My desk is so dusty. Who knew that I had family heirlooms at my desk? I think I got this clock when I was 17 and I don't think it's ticked since I was 18. Keeping because of hoarder tendencies. Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're happy and well. For those of you who have been watching my YouTube channel for a while, you might recognise this as my original YouTube background. This is my desk. And as you can see, it is a mess. This desk setup has been the same since I moved into this room when I was about 16 or 17. So I decided that now that I am a grown woman, not really, I would see about making some changes. And I thought, since my hands don't really work, I would bring you along and we'd go down memory lane and see what we can find. So I thought the way that we would do this is that I would just go through and talk about each of the things that I find here and put them into piles of throwing out, definitely keeping, and not really sure. And I don't know where to start. I think the first thing to start with is this big thing here. You can't really see it, but you probably could see it at the beginning of the video. Dad fashioned this for me so that I could film well, not hand videos, but you know what I mean, like seeing the video of doing a craft but from above. And I've used it a lot, and I intend to keep it. I can work at the desk underneath it quite well, believe it or not. So it's staying. The next probably most obvious thing are pictures. 3 of my guinea pigs. This one was Ebony, this one was my favourite Roxy, and this one was Sally. And they're all quite dusty and the frames don't really match each other. I want to change Ebony's frame because it's black and doesn't really go very well with the other two, which are kind of floral. So I intend to find a new frame for this one, but I haven't found one yet. Those are going in the keep pile. Now, this dusty thing right at the back was kind of what spurred me to want to make this video. I painted this box when I was 11, but I remember that there were a bunch of bracelets in here, and I thought that we would just go through them and see what 11-year-old me thought was precious. This bracelet I have never ever worn, so it has a bunch of pictures of, well, I'm not really sure, Bible stories, I guess? I think it's more of a Catholic thing. My friend gave this to me, and I can't remember why, and I've never worn it, so it's going in the donation pile. Oh no, I've forgotten about this. This I'm keeping. I got from a medieval tournament when presumably I was quite little. Look how tiny this is! It's got a little Celtic knot. I'd completely forgotten I had this, and I think I'm going to keep it. But given how small it is, I think it's going to end up being a family heirloom if I ever have children. Now I remember this bracelet. I really thought this bracelet was very cool, and I got it from a freebie at a magazine, and the little metal disc says laugh, love, and live. So that's going in the donation pile. Oh, next we have another little leather bracelet, which I don't think will fit me anymore either because it's so small. Oh, and I should probably explain, my favourite colour back when I was younger was red. So that's why this, and also my lava lamp is red. And darn straight I'll be keeping my lava lamp. I love my lava lamp. I begged my parents for it when I was about 8, and they got it for me for my birthday. You can be darn sure that that red lava lamp is staying on my desk forever. And this bracelet I'm also keeping. I don't remember the story of this one, but it's presumably part of a Christmassy set. It's got a little red Christmassy bow on it, and I will probably never wear it, so donations. This was one of my favourite bracelets and I made it. It's very delicate now. I really loved this bracelet, so I'll put it in the keep pile and maybe I'll re-thread it or something. Or maybe it'll just be a little treasure. We don't know. Next is this little bracelet, which again is too small for me, but kind of needs to go into the family heirloom pile because someone, I think my mother, taught me how to make these bracelets when I was really little, and I absolutely loved this bracelet. I remember wearing this bracelet all the time. So it goes in the family heirloom pile as well. Who knew that I had family heirlooms at my desk? This bracelet is from Movie World when I was, well, probably 11. And as you can see, it has a couple little charms on it. There's a shop in Movie World where you can go and add charms to your bracelet. So it's got a little star, which I think my friends had as well. Then this little one that says Movie World. Paw, because I liked animals, and P for my name. And I gotta say, I don't have any emotional attachment to it. So I guess donation? It's not precious or anything in terms of what it's made of, it's just whatever costume jewelry is made out of. So I think it's going in the donation pile. I love this charm bracelet. I couldn't for the life of me remember where it got to, and I used to wear this charm bracelet all the time. It's interesting how this little container has been full of things that I have never ever worn and things that I loved to pieces but forgot about. So this little charm bracelet is from a book called The Last Unicorn, I think. As you can see, it's got a little unicorn on it, and I think each charm goes with various chapters. I never read the book and I was too impatient, so I just added the charms to the bracelet without even reading the book, so I don't know what each charm represents, which is a bit of a shame. I think I still have the book, so I should probably read it. But this is in the keep pile. Even though it's costume jewellery, I definitely want to keep it because it's just such a clever idea. I don't know if people do this for books anymore, where they've got a charm bracelet or anything they add charms to with each chapter, but my goodness, that's a good idea. Next is this little keyring watch in my favourite shade of blue, but it's stopped and I have no idea if it still works or even if I'd still use it, but I think I'll put it in the keep pile. Same with this Hello Kitty watch. I remember this hung off my favourite bag and it's stopped as well. Possibly just ran out of battery or maybe it's broken. But either way, I think I'm gonna put them in the tentatively keep pile because I want to see if the batteries still work, and then if they do, then I guess I'll put them on more bags. And lastly is this long light blue beaded necklace. These were quite fashionable back in the early 2000s. So, you know, you'd wear them a choker sort of thing at the top and then a layered sort of thing. It was fashionable in the 2000s. Maybe it'll come back. This is going in the donate pile because I have no attachment to it. And that empties out my horse box, which I can't find the lid of at the moment. That's how messy this thing is. Oh, there it is. I'm not sure if I'm really attached to this anymore. I'm not as much into horses as I used to be. So I'll put that in the tentatively donate pile. Maybe it'll end up being in the heirloom pile. Who knows? I've just spotted another thing going into the donation pile. This. I don't know why this desk is so full of things that really mattered to me when I was in primary school. Because I didn't have this desk when I was in primary school. But somehow... So this is a pencil case. And you unzip this. And then he's got little teeth! Okay, that's why it's still on my desk. It's because I'm so excited about a pencil case with teeth. But I think that he's gonna go into the donation pile because he's just not my thing anymore. I don't think I was ever into hot pink, and I'm a little old for a pencil case with teeth. Well, no, you're never too old for a pencil case with teeth, but it's just not my thing anymore. Bye bye, toothy friend, into the donation pile. That's one of the reasons that I'm going through all this stuff on my desk, so that the stuff that I do end up throwing away, it'll be immortalized, if not for the public, but also for me, so I can be like, oh yeah, I remember that bracelet that I never wore, and, you know, just be like, oh yeah, there's evidence that it existed in my life at some point. Next, an envelope with my name on it. Bin. I don't have a bin pile. Why don't I have a bin pile? Now I have a big plastic bag, and it's going in the bin. Various bits of tissue and paper. Adhesive photo mounts. And the box is empty. Into the bin. Now I remember that I was going to do a project with one of these, but it's so dusty that if I ever do this project for YouTube, I think I'll just buy a new bottle of this. So yeah, into the recycling. A little bottle with a dandelion puff in it. Not gonna lie, still right up my aesthetic alley. I don't yet have a pile for going back on my desk. Oh yes, the photos. It's going back on my desk. I got this pen for my dad for Father's Day, and it doesn't have a pen in it anymore. It's just an elephant, and I think it's gonna go in the donation pile because someone might want it, but that someone is not me. Bulldog clip on my corkboard. A stone. The garden, I guess? I don't have a going to the garden pile. I do now. I made these 4 paperweights out of a kit. They provided the little glass domes and the fuzzy felt backs and even bits of paper for you to glue in. This one and this one, they were both made with the paper from the kit, and then this one and this one I printed out photos and put them in there myself. I don't use paperweights, but I also don't want to get rid of these because I made them and I really like them, so I think they're going back on my desk. Super sure if I'll ever use them, but I do want to keep them. This is another going into the garden thing. I just haven't had the heart to. I made this little stone. So I copied a pin where people painted stones to look like they're guinea pigs. So this was one of my most recent guinea pigs, Peppy, and I painted a stone to look like her, and I guess I might put it in the garden where she's buried. But I kind of like keeping her near the other guinea pig photos. So I'm not super sure what I'm going to do. I think for now I'll put her in the going back on my desk pile and then see how I go. I get so stuck that I don't know what to do. I've had this clock on my desk for ages and it has not ticked for years. I think I got this clock when I was 17 and I don't think it's ticked since I was 18. My mum did suggest that I could take all the clock workings out and make it into another photo frame, because I do like to have a clock at my desk. I do have one in my room, but I can't see it from here, so I need to have a clock at my desk. And I really like this one. Either I'm gonna take out the clock and make it into a photo frame, or I'm not and it's gonna be donated. And either way, I don't know what I'm doing with it. Next is this little blue teddy bear, which my aunt and uncle gave me when I was 18. I love her, don't get me wrong. And she's a her because she's got one of my little clips in there. As you can see, Simon really likes this teddy bear. Simon, ladies and gentlemen. Simon is not going to like this. I don't remember who gave me this, but I know it was a gift so that I could have Simon at my desk at all times. Oh, you do like it? No, he doesn't. Oh, he got me in the eye with his wing. But it's this little cockatiel, which doesn't quite look like him because Simon has a grey back. But yeah, I'm keeping this. It's going back on my desk. I'm starting to worry though that I have too many decorations on my desk and not enough, you know, stuff that I actually use. So we'll see. This lives on my desk because it doesn't really have anywhere else to live, but also it's safest up there. It's my kalimba, which I have not been able to play for a year because of my hands, but I love it and it's going back on my desk and I've got to put it somewhere safe now. Then next we have a blank canvas, a piece of paper that has some songs on it, which I don't remember why I have this, so it's going in the bin. A lighter, which also doesn't belong here, so I'll go put it away. Some calendar stickers, which I'm not super sure if I'll ever use them, but it seems like a waste to throw them away. I'm one of those people. This book was given to me for my birthday to make fancy headers in my bullet journal. And obviously I'm going to keep it, but I'm not going to keep it at my desk. I'm going to put it in my bookshelf somewhere. This is ukulele music, which I'll also put in my bookshelf. Some more of those same stickers. This belonged to my dad. Drawing plates is what they're called. You can see through some of the lines and you can see that this is a person one. So you'd be like, you draw the head and then you can draw the body and the legs and all that sort of stuff at various angles, and you anchor them with these little dots inside. It's a very clever thing, but I hardly use it, but I do want to keep it. This you may see sometime if and when I get around to making a YouTube video about it. This is one of many empty blue notebooks. I have many of these in various sizes and it will go on my bookshelf. Yeah, a very scratched DVD of ballet concert that I was once in. A bookmark, which I have no recollection of ever having at all. And then lastly, this box. So I've got my wireless mouse staying at my desk, my journal staying at my desk, a to-do notebook, probably better stay at my desk. Oh, this is puppy stationery from the Seeing Eye Dogs. Inside it's got a couple of cards, envelopes, some to and from labels. Oh, that better stay at my desk. A little kitten card, which I guess can stay in the puppy stationery. King Arthur puzzles. I got this for my birthday when I was 18 and have not done any of it because I don't really want to, because it's just so pretty on the inside. See, I've barely cracked the spine at all. I know I should go through these because, you know, it's good for my brain and good for the aesthetic, but it's too good to use, you know? And lastly are some brown cards and envelopes, which I like to use when I could write letters. So I guess that they're staying in there as well, but I'm not super sure that I'll keep this book holder thing, but I don't think I'll keep it brown. And that is the top shelf. Well, I mean, aside from, oops, my lava lamp, which I can't move and it's gonna stay there. Things are just gonna happen around it, but that lava lamp is staying there on my desk forever because I love it. I was considering changing a lot of this desk to be more blue because I like blue, and a lot of things I intend to paint to make blue, but I can't paint that lava lamp because the lava inside is red and the outside is red, so it's just gonna stay as the red feature, and I think we're all just gonna have to make peace with that. So that concludes the top shelf. Now onto the rest of the desk. I took a little break before to recharge my battery and to put some of the things away like what I said I would. Now to this. Whenever I'm tidying my room, which is, to be fair, quite often. My mum always says, pick something up, deal with it. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Let's start with this. Tissue box, staying on my desk, going on the keep pile. This cauldron pot plant used to have the Harry Potter logo on it in gold, but I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, so I painted over it, and now it's just a cauldron with a plastic plant in it, and I really like it, and it's staying on my desk. Quill and ink, going in the keep pile. I also have a whole bunch of loose candles, because a while ago, when I could kind of access my desk, and also when my hands weren't stupid, I used to sit at my desk at night time and write by candlelight because it's better for sleep if you're near candlelight rather than blue light from a screen. 3 more guinea pig rocks. Random notebook, completely empty. It'll probably go in a bag somewhere. Same with this empty notebook. Various pens. I thought when I bought them that they would be the colours that the pens are, but it turns out that they're just plain black ink. It probably said on the packet, but I just didn't read that. I also, probably a little bit out of frame, have 2 whole pen cups. This is my other pen holding mug which has a diagram of a guinea pig on it. Very scientifically labelled. All-seeing vision beans, squeaky squeal region, constantly expanding chompers, keeping. Oh, and the contents as well. Both of those pen mugs will definitely, well, at least the contents of them will definitely be coming back to my desk. I'm not super sure about the mugs. I'm kind of attached to them both, but I don't know if they'll really have a place. We will see. We have 2 pencil cases. I like this pencil case. It's got one of everything in it, an eraser, pen, pencil, ruler, everything that I could possibly need, all in the one thing. So when I'm going somewhere and have a book but don't really have time to gather together all the equipment that I might want, I grab this pencil case. This pencil case is the same sort of idea but not quite, and I'm not super sure if I'll keep it. This pencil case, however, has definitely been around since I was in primary school. I'm not particularly attached to it, so I'll give it away in the donate pile. Starting to see some space. Another pencil case. Definitely want to keep, but I don't know if it'll stay on my desk. Did I already show this to-do list? Guess I'll keep it. What do we think? This to-do list or this to-do list? I quite like the blue one. I think I might be keeping the blue one and donating the pink one. I'm liking culling things. It's very satisfying to be like, okay, goodo, that's done. Bye-bye. Having said that, here is another to-do list, and it's got its own little set. See, it's got a little holder thing and a little list and pen. I do want to keep this one as well because it makes for a good shopping list. So it's going in the keep pile, but I don't know if it's going back on my desk. Sticky tape, keeping. I might be pulling some of the stickers off this. More gel pens, definitely keeping. Gel pens, keeping. A pretty good thick pen, which is more comfortable for me to write with my bad hand. Keeping. More gel pens. An unopened roll of sticky tape. Keeping. A picture of a common Jezebel butterfly. No, it's kind of skanky, throwing it. More pens. Keeping. Scribbly note pieces. Bin. Little notebooks. I think I'm tentatively putting them in the donate pile. I think I can throw away this empty ink cartridge. What do you think? Now this is my scientific calculator from school. And I found it earlier and was a bit unsure of whether or not I'd keep it, and then I wrote out an equation on the thing on the screen and remembered how much I actually like being able to see what it is that I'm working out. So I'm definitely going to keep that. I'll probably keep it in one of the drawers. Why do I have at least 2 jars of can opening tabs? I can explain. If my hands ever recover, that I will be making chainmail out of can opening tabs. And at this point, I think I might have enough for like a whole chest piece. I was just going to make arm braces, but I might end up making a whole chest piece because I can. Keeping because of hoarder tendencies. A pen. Keeping. A disassembled notebook. Throwing away the ones that have stuff on them and keeping the rest. Very good empty glass case. Keeping, but kind of seeing if anyone else in the house wants it. We're nearly finished. The last little bit is... and this little box, let's see, what have we got here? This thing I made. I don't know what I'll do with it. Obviously keeping. And a couple of little things that my mum made out of Fimo. And I don't know if she really wants to keep them or not, but I will have to ask her. Right, my desk is empty. Time to clean. Now don't tell anyone, but I accidentally spilt some acetone and a couple of other things on this desk, which have kind of stained and not really been good for this desk. So I read online that acetone gets rid of it, so that's what I'm attempting to do now. Don't tell anyone. So now that this desk is the cleanest it's perhaps ever been, now it's time for the fun part, redecorating. Now, this desk used to belong to my older sibling. It still kind of feels like it's their desk, not mine, so I'm gonna redo it. I meant to explain right at the beginning that these shelves are not part of the desk. See, I can stick my hand in between. My dad cleverly made them so that I could have a bit of extra desk width and another shelf. I'm going to attempt to make this part actually used. This part I'll keep for decoration because I like a bit of decoration. And we're going to start with the actual desk itself. I don't like that it's orange. It looks very orange in the camera. It's woody orange in person, but I want to change it. So I've got myself 2 ginormous crates just here of redecorating stuff. And the very first thing is this. Contact paper. Wood grain contact paper, which miraculously is the perfect width. So I just need to cut it to the length. It matches some of the browns in my room. My bedside table and chest of drawers are this brown, so I'm going to make this desk this brown as well. This is a fun thing to gesture with. So let's get started. This was going to be easier in my head. So it took a bit of finagling, but I've got these drawers that fit in here. It took a little bit of backing and forthing to get them to actually fit because they were like 1 centimeter too wide, but now they fit and they're not going anywhere. And I was thinking of making them this same brown, but given how dingy this desk thing is, I think I'll leave them white. So now what I'm going to do is put a lot of the stuff from that was sitting on my desk into the drawers so that they're just, you know, neatly away, and I've got all this desk space to do desky stuff. First thing first, my USBs. They will go in this drawer where they have previously gone. Whew, what was that? Oh, it's fine. It wasn't a small creature, thank goodness. That's messy, isn't it? Dang it. And that is that drawer. The next thing that I definitely want to think about are all of these pens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test every single one and then put them all in this drawer. So this is currently what my top drawer looks like, and it is messy. So, in an attempt to try to organise it a little bit more, I got myself another cutlery tray which fits better in here. So I'm going to basically move everything from A to B, and we'll see how we go, I guess. I didn't consider that my 30 centimeter ruler wouldn't fit. I don't know how I feel about this pen. It's the same story as the elephant, and I don't really have any emotional attachment to it, so it's getting donated. This stapler, I don't even know if it works. It would probably work better if it had staples in it. I think it's fair to say that I'm never low on pencils. I'm going to get all the pencils that I don't really want, short ones and stuff, the less aesthetically pleasing and stuff, and put them in this pencil case. Same with the pens that I'm not keen on, but only pens that work. If they don't work, they're being thrown away. Now it's full, but not overflowing. These pens, I'm pretty happy with just keeping these ones, I think. I'm not super keen on the rest. I had decided for absolute certainty that I wanted to change the handles of the drawer knobs, but I wasn't completely sure if I wanted to keep the original wood on the front, and I've decided that I am going to go with the darker wood for the fronts of the drawers, so I decided to cover them in the same brown vinyl. Now for drawer 2. This one should be a little bit easier because it's got less stuff in it, but I'm going to be doing basically the same thing. I've got another cutlery tray and I'm just going to move all the stuff into it and hopefully it'll look a little bit neater. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!